Hi again. Well, it's a few weeks now into the future. I've been working with Bull on this mounting problem that we've had, and some of the video I took a few weeks ago you've just seen, and I want to show you now the finished product, if you will. So I guess he's never completely finished. I'll keep working with him, but he's to a point now where I can get on and he doesn't move a foot. And how did I get there? Well, it's very simple. Every single time I got on this horse, first of all, I would never get on him when he was moving. I might stand on the side of him and kind of tip his neck a little into the inside, but I wanted to be safe about this. If he was moving a lot, I'd get off and then I'd make him circle and make him do some work. But I didn't want to brainwash him into thinking, well, that's okay, let's just do circles instead of having Mark get on. So the key here is he would not be moving when I throw a leg over, and then once I settle softly into the saddle, we did not move. We have not moved off when I sit in that saddle for probably 60 seconds since a few weeks ago when I took that earlier video. And you know, it's amazing what your horse can learn. And there's that old saying, you're always training your horse whether you know it or not, and that's true. So when you get on your horse and say, let's go, and off down the trail you go, he learns that the second you're on his back, that means we're going to go. And that's a bad habit. So I have had to untrain that, and that takes time. You know, a lot of times people are looking for a technique or a tool. They want a quick fix. How do I make my horse stop doing this or that? And sometimes time is an important element to that, because you have to reprogram that little tiny brain up inside of that big horse. And they do learn, they're always learning, but sometimes it takes repetition, just like it does with humans. And so let's see how it goes. We got a little bit of foot traffic around here, but that's okay. We'll bring him over here, I can get on him and let you see. Hopefully it's not very exciting, right? That's the whole idea. Now we'll just tip his head a little. Now, if you remember before, when I used to tuck this rope in my belt, that would cause him to kind of look at me and start to want to move his feet. Well, that looked pretty good, didn't it? Now, he might tip his head, but I don't think he's going to move his feet. So let's just see how he does here. I always want to reward him for standing still. That's a good thing, right? So nice and easy, giving him some petting. Let him check out the people walking by. That's okay. I am going to double check my cinch, because I just put it on there, and I think I will go ahead and tighten that up. That's always a good idea. There. Now, if you get a horse that's cinchy, you can train that out of them. I've never had to do that with this horse, but a little bit of reward after every time you pull a little tighter in the cinch, reward. That could be a pet, it could be a piece of horse candy, whatever. But this horse doesn't need that. Now I am going to make sure I got a rein in my hand. I'm going to tip his head just a little there. That's good. The other thing I'm going to do is make sure I don't punch him in the ribs with the tip of my boot. That's an easy mistake to make. Now he's got his attention over there. I want it back there. I'm going to have my focus up forward on him, and right up, and when he doesn't move, his reward as I get on, that makes it more comfortable for him. Now I know I'm not centered on the camera, and I could move this horse over to do that, but that's exactly what I don't want to do. The whole point of this exercise is when I get on, we get to stand here, and it's an easy, relaxing time for the horse. Love on him a little. But you can see, I don't think he moved a foot, and that's kind of what I want. So, you know, could I undo this training? Absolutely. If I start getting on him and down the trail we go, he's going to learn something else. So I've asked all of my friends that I ride with, and I tell them long before we even get on the horses, I say, hey, look, could you do me a favor? I'm having to work with my horse on a mounting issue, and the way that this works is I ask my horse to do nothing when I get on him for at least 60 seconds, maybe even longer. I've never had anybody complain to me about that, so I think it's a fair request that you can make to your friends too. And you might even see some of your friends have the kind of problems I was having with Bull, where you know, they're trying to get on, the horse is moving away, and they're bouncing up and down on one foot because they got one foot in the stirrup. Then they start using reins and other mechanical techniques. I don't think those work very well in the long run. Once you can get inside your horse's head and learn how to program him, you'll have much better results. So I think it's a perfectly fair request to say to your friends, look, I need to sit on my horse without moving for a minute or two before we leave, and so maybe you get your horse tacked up and ready early, and then you just get on him, so that when they're jumping on and ready to get on down the trail, you know, you've already done your training with your horse. So I hope this is helpful. The whole idea behind this series is that I want people to learn the simple ways to do things like I've had to, because I don't consider myself any kind of master horseman or anything, so I have to use my brain and pick up knowledge from others wherever I go to achieve the results I want. And that's the idea. So I wanted you to see that this technique, it took, honestly, it didn't take that many weeks to get him to do this, but consistency is key. And I think any horse that's got that mounting problem can be worked out of, you know, like this. But I would add one more comment. If you feel like you're in danger, if it's not safe, get some professional help, because you know, as I've said before, I've fallen off these suckers too many times, and it hurts for one thing, and it can leave you, well, it could permanently hurt you. So if it's dangerous, get some help. But if it's not, work on it yourself, give it some time, and I think you'll have a horse that's easy to mount, just like Bull here, within, I don't know, half a dozen rides or so, depending on how much time you can give it. I'm the Amateur Cowboy, and this is my horse Bull.